In this video, we're going to introduce you to Lyman hull number C-1028, a 1955 20-foot utility that is interesting for the fact that she was fitted out with stern steering. The steering arm didn't come with her, but we're presently searching for it. She was a barn find. She was a barn queen for 10 years and covered with the most incredible layer of dust and dirt and grime and whatever you can imagine. But now that we've got her pretty well cleaned up, it's amazing that the varnish on her decks, covering boards, windshield, etc. really is pretty good. But the point of today's video is to talk about an issue that we continually encounter at Snake Mountain Boat Works, particularly when we are working on Lymans, and we have developed a very specific expertise on Lymans, having restored a score of them at this point. And that has to do with paint and the continual request we get from Lyman owners who bring their boats in to simply sand down the surface, take the gloss off, and put another coat right on. I started stripping her at the beginning of this week, last Monday. We kept the paint chips as we took them off and have just weighed them. They only come to 80 pounds. I think that answers the question that so many owners ask us when they bring their boats to Snake Mountain Boat Works, hoping that we could do a quick and dirty repainting of the topsides. As you can, barely discern that a yellow top stripe has been 2 colors of blue, 3 colors of gray, white several times. I found some red. There have been 5 different boot stripes, you name it, and she's been painted that color. The good side, I guess, is that all this paint has protected the strakes from rot. We only have found a single area of rot right here where the covering board met and the seam between them failed. That'll be an easy fix. We've removed 80 pounds so far, and as you can see, we are a long way from being finished. So my suggestion is, the next time you think about, why don't we just sand her and slap on another coat over what's there, it looks pretty good. The heavier your boat goes, it becomes, the slower she will be, the less of a performer she will be. And Lymans in particular, while they're wonderfully stable, comfortable boats that offer an unparalleled ride in the water, they're not known for being particularly fast. Well, add 80 pounds, 100 pounds, 200 pounds of paint to the hull. And remember, we haven't begun to attack the paint below the waterline. There's in fact more paint there than there was on the topsides. But she's a beautiful little boat, 20 feet long, in really nice shape, and has her original Chrysler Crown Flathead 6 engine. The gas tank was a disaster, but fortunately I have a period gas tank that will replace it. The ribs, other than one rib in this section and a couple of ribs on the port side, just astern of the bench seat, there are a couple ribs we'll have to address. The rest of it mostly is a whole lot of elbow grease. You'll notice that the same practice was used on the ceiling interiors. I started taking off some of this paint in one spot, and it is just thick, thick, thick. So a plea from the boat guy: don't just slap on another coat. Allow your boat guy to do it right. Let's clean it down to the raw wood. Let's treat the wood with CPES. Let's apply several coats of a good primer and then go forward with the top coat. Finally, while I'm at it, there is the issue if you need an exhaust to come through a transom, but running black iron through with a little bit of what looked like caulking is hardly the answer. This boat's transom is a plank transom, 5 planks. It's all original wood, and now we face the dilemma. And it'll be interesting in the workshop that Snake Mountain Boat Works will run on Saturday, April 20th, to see what the assembled group conscience is as to whether or not we should carefully cut out the rotted material, put a backing plate on the inside of the transom plank, and install a Dutchman, or should we simply give up on preserving 95% of the original plank and rip it out and just put something new there? So, strip it, strip it, strip it before you paint it, is my plea. Thank you very much.